Hi everybody, how are you? Hope you are all okay by the grace of Almighty Allah. I'm also fine by His grace. Dear student, I'm Shurul Islam, English teacher of Shazal Jem High School. Today, I would like to discuss with you on the basis of voices from the end of the first class. Stay with me, please. Voices. Number one, object will be subject. Number two, auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb must be used according to tense. Number three, past participle form past participle form of main verb. Number four, by must be used before object. Number five, subject will be object. Dear student, I have written the rules how to change active to passive. To change this, I have written the rules. Please stay with me. Number one, object will be subject. Auxiliary verb must be used according to tense. Past participle form of main verb. By must be used before object. Object will be subject. Dear student, I am giving you an example, please. Active. I am doing the sum. Passive. The sum is being done by me. Dear student, according to rules, I have first used object as a subject. This is object of the sentence. P verb, principal verb, A verb, auxiliary verb, and this is subject. According to rules, active to passive, I have used first object as subject, then according to tense and person, I have used here am been because this is continuous tense, and for continuous tense we have to use am being, is being, or are being as auxiliary verb. I have written this. Then past participle form of principal verb done and by must be used before object, then subject, then me used here as object of subject I. Dear student, I know that you know what is the subject and the object of a subject or of a object, but I am writing here again so that you can remember them easily. I, me, we, us, you, he, him, she, her, it, their. Dear student, we usually use this subject and object to make the sentences active to passive. Please write them in your exercise book and ask made up your mind to teach you on the basis of all kinds of tense and their auxiliary verb. That means what kinds of auxiliary verb you can use for tense, for any tense. Please stay with me. Number one, present, indefinite tense. Present indefinite tense. For present indefinite tense, we can use am, is, or are for passive, and for past indefinite, we can use was, or as. For future indefinite, you can use shall be or will be. For present continuous, you can use am, is, or are plus being. That means any of the auxiliary verb with being you can use for present perfect, for past continuous, you can use was or plus being. For future continuous, shall be or will be plus being. For present perfect, you can use have been or has been. For past perfect, you can use had been. For future perfect, you can use shall have been or we have been. Dear student, we have to know the auxiliary verb for everything. This is present indefinite and you have to use am is are to make the sentences active to passive. And for that reason, we have to know when you will use am, is or are. For subject, first person, singular number, we have to use am. For subject, third person, singular number, we have to use is, and for other subject, we can use are. Dear student, like this, for past indefinite tense, you can use was or were to make the sentences active to passive. For subject, first person singular and third person singular number, you can use was, and for other subject, you can use were. For future indefinite tense, you can use shall be or will be. For subject, first person singular, you can use shall be, and for other subject, you can use will be. Present continuous tense. For present continuous tense, you can use am, is, are plus being. Differently, we can tell them am being, is being, and are being. Am being, is being, are being. That means for subject first person singular, you can use am being. For third person singular number, you can use is being, and for other subject, you can use are being. Past continuous tense. Dear student, for past continuous tense, you can use was being or were being. I have written here was or were plus being. That means being will be used with was and were. So differently, you can change was being and were being. For subject, first person and third person singular number, you can use was being, and for other subject, you can use were being. Future continuous tense, shall be, being or will be being. I have written here shall be or will be plus being. You can read them shall be, being, will be, being. Differently you can read. And for subject first person singular, you can use shall be being, and for other subject you can use will be being. For present perfect tense, you can use have been or has been. For subject third person singular, you can use has been, and for other subject you can use have been. Like then, for past perfect tense, you can use had been. It is really easy because for any subject you can use had been. Future perfect tense, shall have been, will have been. For future perfect, you can use shall have been and will have been. Dear student, I would like to tell you that for any subject you can use will. For future tense, for any subject you can use only will. If you don't use shall, your sentence will not be incorrect. That means your sentence will be correct. Dear student, in the next time or in my next class, I will meet you again by the grace of Almighty Allah. So, no more today. Good day to you. Allah Hafiz.